Greetings guys and gals, this is XIJABERWLKIX bringing you the best in esports. Today we have Starcraft Brood War. This is going to be the CSL CSU versus CU rivalry match set 1. At the top right corner in yellow as the Zerg player we have Endymion for CU, and at the bottom we have me as the purple Protoss as always. This is going to be on Xel'naga Caverns. And so my game plan for going for this matchup was to go for a 1-gate into fast voids, which is kind of uncommon, and I actually tried it out with my practice partner Riptide, and it actually worked fairly well. At first we were going to go for something along the lines of a Forge Fast Expand, kind of old school toss, and that worked, although I was just kind of scared of early pressure. And that is what I got in this game. We see a 9 pool going down for the Zerg player Endymion. I hope I'm saying his name right. And this Overlord Scout just kind of scouting around, making sure there's no type of cheese that's going down. Gateway on 13-ish food. You see? Probe Scout getting in there. Going to... Did I see? I freaking saw the hatch. I mean, not the hatch, the spawning pool. I saw the spawning pool, didn't really pay too much attention. I was like, oh, hey, there's a spawning pool there. And I didn't really pay attention that there might possibly be Zerglings coming out in the near future. Switching over to the reduction tab, 6 Zerglings on their way. He's going for an early attack, and what am I doing? Getting an assimilator and getting my gateway, doing my thing, going for my normal build. But these Zerglings are going to be coming very, very soon. This is going to be very, very bad. Now we see me put down this cybernetics core. Whoop! There's the cybernetics core. And what I wanted to do is, because I'm going to be very, very vulnerable at this front, so I wanted to place my buildings in a way where I could just use one force field right there. Block off things like roaches from getting in the base. Zealot's not going to be on time, unfortunately. His Overlord does see my probe scouting around, and I'm like, hey, he's not going to next base. He must be really sucky, even though he's like second in his diamond, 2800 or 2900 diamond. Here comes the Zerglings. I'm like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Zerglings in my base, canceling my second extractor, trying to get off some kills with my probes. Zealot now is out. And you can see as my micro falls apart, making my rally point for some odd reason out here. That was really dumb. Barely able to save this Zealot, and pulling all my probes. Really didn't need to pull all these freaking probes. That was kind of stupid. Having really bad FPS issues. Woo! Still, we have 5 Zerglings in the base, and now he's pretty much just droning up. Has built an extra queen. My probe's in there. My probe sees what he's doing. Now he's getting his extra hatch, and we see that he's able to pick off another probe, and now I'm just got too many minerals, too much minerals right there. Able to pick off another probe of mine. Still have my Nexus rallied over there for some odd reason. I'm like, you know what? Just to make sure no more Zerglings are coming, I'm gonna wall off. But guess what? No more Zerglings were coming. I probably could have known because my probe was there, but instead I was being dumb and just really too focused on microing these guys around, unfortunately, to really be smart enough to know that there wasn't anything coming down. And even worse, I've managed to supply block myself. Wow, that's pretty bad. Finally unsupply blocking myself there with somehow, I don't know where I built that pylon, but I built it somewhere, so I unsupply blocked myself. But yeah, very, very bad. And whoa, what the heck happened? Okay, so then now I'm almost supply blocked yet again, putting down 2 more gates, so I'm going to be going for some type of 3-gate build. I'm just all over the place off. He's secured his expansion, and honestly, if I would have pushed in, he would have been in a bad position. He just droned up like absolute crazy because he knew that he was in my base doing all sorts of damage, and unfortunately for me, I'm not able to do that. Now I'm building a pylon to unsupply block myself. Zergling's still just running in there. I'm going to be able to hold this off. But at what cost? At what cost? This is pretty much... I mean, he's a Masters player. I don't know if I said Diamond or not, but he's a 2900 Masters player, which is extremely good. And I should have seen this coming. I should have reacted accordingly. Did not, and just messed up big time. He usually goes for stuff like Roach Hydra, and so this is just going to allow him to go for those Roach Hydras without being harassed at all. Very, very good play here. I think this was a good play, though. Just walling off, making sure he couldn't get back in the base. But not good enough, and I'm just so mad at myself because I've been practicing a lot for this match, and that's the only thing I didn't practice for was something like a 9 pool or some type of cheese. But that's what happened, is he cheesed me, and you really should honestly be ready for everything. Picking up both of the Xel'naga watchtowers, doing a very, very, very nice job. Honestly, really nice job. He's going to be able to pick up this expansion as well, trying to destroy these destructible rocks. And I gotta get out of the base. I just gotta get out of the base. So now I'm going to kill my warp gate, building another one. So now I'm still at 3 warp gates. And in my defense, this is pretty good as of right now. Am I going to cast any of these games? Of course I'm not going to cast any of these games. I'm going to put myself on busy. But yeah, I'm going to answer him later. I'm not that much of a jerk not to answer. I just, well, okay, here. Right now, actually, there we go. So now I'm not going to get a message back, and I'm not going to be a jerk. But yeah, I'm going to try to secure this expansion. It's just, I'm so far behind in terms of income. Look at that. And if we look at resources and food, it's just becoming worse and worse, and he's probably going to be able to pick up that gold expansion fairly soon. Doesn't really have a huge attack force, just has so many drones and stuff. Does have that Evo chamber in case he wants to build something like a spore crawler. If I wanted to move out at this point, I probably could do so. The only thing is, it's not really, when you play a Zerg player, it's not the amount of forces they have on the field. It's not the amount of forces that you have on the field, it's the amount of forces that you can get on the field in the quick amount of time. And if I push in, if I destroy this, then both of these hatcheries pop out like a million Zerglings, and it's not going to work. So honestly, what I have to do is I have to expand. Probably should expand it a little bit earlier, but I was expecting an attack. Honestly, I was expecting a fairly early attack to follow up with that harass, and it didn't come, and it didn't pay off for me to make all of these units, so really I should have expanded a little bit sooner. He is going for his Glial reconstitution as well as his +1 missile attacks for ground units. Project Fox having to leave the game because he has the crappiest computer on the face of the earth. Just kidding, it's really not that crappy, but it does lag him quite a bit. Hydra's Den going down, and we see the normal Hydra Roach play going down for Endymion, and see, like, he's gonna come in for an attack. I'm gonna be able to still. I've not put up this this base there. Why haven't I not put this base? All he really needed to see was that there's no expansion right there. He just needs to see that there's no expansion. Gonna be backing up, going to be taking this top left base here, and he's in an excellent position, using his minerals very well. Actually, both me not as much because I'm saving up for this expansion, but both of us using our minerals up very, very well. That's one thing that I'm really kind of a stickler about, is not to have high minerals. I usually have, if we play team games, I have the lowest minerals unspent, or whatever that count is. He's going for burrow, so he's going to go for some type of roach burrow thing, which is going to be very, very interesting. I do have my forge up, just in case I need to put up some cannons. Getting my upgrades, that's pretty important. You know, that's good. It's all good. He's at +1. I'm going to be at +1 pretty soon, so keeping up in upgrades, that's really, really important. But right now he's going to be at 3 bases very, very shortly to my 2, and that's an okay place to be as a Protoss player, but not really the greatest position you want to be in. It looks like he's also researching Hydralisk Grooved Spines, which is pretty much +1 range for Hydralisk, like the Dragoon range upgrade, as well as pre-maturized carapace, which is, what the heck is that? I don't know what that is. It's the thing that allows you to make your overlords travel faster, I believe. Okay, yeah, I was like, what the heck is that? But yeah, it makes your overlords travel faster. There it goes. I just don't know the names of a lot of the upgrades. I think Ventral Sacs. Here, let's check this. Ventral Sacs is the one that allows you to transport units, and that's correct. See, go me. Now I've got this base up and running, transferring a lot of my probes. Very, very good there. Building a photon cannon. Thought that he might go. I don't know why I built that photon cannon, because I knew that he was going to go Roach Hydra and not Mutalisk, but I didn't think that he was going to cheese either, I guess is my point in time. He is spreading the creep fairly well, and this is just a sign of a Masters player, is just being all over the place at once, has so many freaking units to my not that many units. I am trying to get my +1 armor, but I don't think this is going to come in time. He's going to be able to reinforce with these 3 hatcheries just very, very well. And unfortunately, if you guys didn't know already by the way I'm talking, I do lose this game. Couldn't go for my Void Ray play because of that early attack. Fairly good force fields there. Those Zerglings were able to get in there, and really I should have put these Zealots first, but not doing that. Warping in more units, it's really just not going to be enough, unfortunately, and you're going to see a GG from me sooner. So pretty much just my lesson in this game, if there is a lesson in this game, is just always be ready for anything, and if you go for some type of build, don't expect them to always play standard or do a certain thing. Look at all the possibilities. My possibilities that I was looking at was like a quick hatch, like a 14 hatch, 14 pool, 16 hatch, 60 pool. That build would have probably worked very, very well, but against any type of early rush, obviously, as you see, did not work as well as I thought. Let's go to set 2. That's it for me. Let's